So, Tashi and Namo Buddhaya, welcome to our meditation session. So this is actually the first meditation session in a series of 21 different meditation sessions that we are going to have. So we have some coming in person. It's actually very short notice. So, but some of them are joining online. So the benefit of joining in person is much better because I'm right in front of you. And you can ask me questions anytime, yeah. And when you are experiencing any issues with your meditation, you can always, reach out to me instantly, and I will help you instantly. And also, you can ask me as many questions as you want after the session. So the session is the first part of the session is an overview of the technique for today, and then followed by short sessions of guided meditation. And then after that followed by question and answer, right? So it's not like you're going to have 1 hour of silence. That is too much for a beginner. So we usually encourage only very short 10-minute, 15-minute meditation sessions, guided, and then after that we take a 1-minute mental break. Then after that I give you more instructions. So I would like to wish you Happy New Year. And so these 21 meditation sessions, today we are going to do awareness of the breath. So it's a breath awareness, and this is the most ancient technique of meditation. And the purpose of this meditation series is to actually help individuals on a daily basis. It's not for you to become a monk. You don't need to wear the robes. You don't need to go to the temple. If you can't go, you don't need to always go to the temple, because the temple is inside here, right? Obviously, if you would like to go to the temple, it's wonderful because the temple also has got a beautiful aura, beautiful vibes and all. So by all means go. But what if you can't go? If you can't go, then how are you going to function in this world? And you look at the peace that you find in a meditation session. How can you get that peace outside of the meditation session, right? So working as a mental health officer, disability liaison officer for the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, I have come across many students who struggle with their mental health issues, colleagues, and also being a Sangha for 15 years, I have come across so many people, friends, relatives, who have had many issues, and after COVID, the issues are becoming more and more profound, more and more severe. So then I decided with my sister that we should reach out. By all means, by any means whatsoever, we should actually open up our home and invite our friends. Even if there's only one person that attends, that one person will benefit. So we have several of you here, which is fantastic. So the important thing is to note that meditation is not something super mundane, that that you really need to be an expert before you could actually get the benefit. That's not how meditation works. Meditation actually really means that you are here, right here, in the present moment, and that's all that matters. So if you know that you can be in the present moment, you already have struck a balance. So now I would like to talk to you about balance, right? In our daily lives, what we do is that we chase after things. Grab, push, pull and push, right? So we are always thinking about the future and anxious about the future, right? A future that has not yet come seems to make us so anxious, and then we are constantly worried about matters, business matters, personal life, our body, basically we worry about many things, correct? And then the past, we also sometimes go back to the past, thinking that sometimes it's nice to go back to the past and remember the good old times. That's fine. But what happens if the past suddenly reveals something that you don't like? Or the past is not as nice as you think it is? Or some people have a very disturbing past, and they revisit the past again and again and again because they feel that something has not, they haven't had a closure. You must have a closure of the past before you could actually, go to the future. But, meditation teaches us that we should actually not worry about the past and not worry about the future. So now the most important question is how not to worry about the past and how not to worry about the future. So every single moment of the day, what do? We are always drifting into the past, going into the future. Now we will say that it's a normal human being. We are normal human beings. From the moment that we are born, the moment we are able to cognize, we are already going into the past. As babies, we cry. When our stomach is hungry, we cry. We want food, right? Babies basically don't really have this concept of past and future as we do. We have learned it. How do we learn this? Going to the past, going to the future. So the baby is just hungry and wants food, and the baby just wants to let go poop. It just poops, and then the mother comes and cleans, and that's it. The baby's life is simple. And the baby, when it's angry, it just cries, and when it's happy, it smiles. It's very, very straightforward. But we are very complex characters. We are so complex that we can hide our feelings, we can hide our mental state, we can hide our emotions, and then suddenly, next thing you know, we are gone. Some people don't even know that their family members are suffering from some sort of mental health issue, and then the next thing you know, they're already gone. Yeah. And then when you ask the family members, were there any signs that the person is not was not happy? No, the person was perfectly happy from the outside, but what is going on inside here, only that person knew, and only you knew. So whose responsibility it is to balance your mind? Your family, your teacher, your colleagues, or yourself? Yeah. So we always rely on an external person to help to sort out our mind. If we already have some diagnosis, right, then by all means we have to, follow the therapist, follow the counselor up to a certain extent. But then again, ultimately, we have to do the groundwork, isn't it? So the counselor cannot go into your mind and fix things like nuts and bolts, like a mechanic fixes a car. The counselor can't do that. And the counselor doesn't give you advice. The counselor sort of plans and gives you options, but at the end of the day, the counselor cannot make your life choices for you. And neither can a therapist, right? So whose prerogative is it to make your life choice? Whose choice is it? Yeah. So now, are we ready to, because we make the choice to come here today, so are we ready to take back that power, that agency, and then give us the agency to move on? Yeah. So may I know first, what is the purpose of your coming here today? Is there any expectation? Sister?
I don't know what to expect.
Okay. Perfect.
I just want to, first of all, I wanted to keep my daughter company, to give her the moral support. She told me this afternoon after lunch. So I was contemplating whether to come or not, because I do have things to do. I had planned for some things to do. But I decided not to come.
I really applaud your decision. Yeah. Thank you so much, sister, for supporting. Yeah.
The woman I saw the message and that I want to join.
Okay.
The reason why I want to join is for the past 4 years I was busy on my business, family, and farming work, and I hardly go to the temple for any retreat, because going for the temple for a retreat at least 10 days or how many days, I don't have the luxury time. At least here is a good time for me.
It's a good time to reconnect.
Yeah, reconnect.
I don't know if I have a set expectation for why I'm here, but I do know that I'm a bad
this is exactly why this session is being organized, the 21 sessions. So every session is different. Each session has its unique method. And now why each session is different? Today I introduced to you one technique. Maybe that technique may not work for you. You try it for a week and see how well it works for you. And then the next week we introduce another technique. Now there are some pros and cons. The pro is that you get more techniques, and then you can experiment in the laboratory of your mind which technique works best for you. But the downside of it is that then you keep on experimenting with new techniques, and you never actually come down to one technique that really helps you. But then again, not everybody can meditate using the same technique, and this is what I've learned in the few years that I have been teaching meditation. Yeah.
I want to say something. I've never done meditation, so I'm a bit curious actually how to go about it. And I do hope, just now I said I didn't know what to expect. Yeah,
Yes.
really, I didn't know what to expect because I've never experienced this. And I do hope that with today's session, I get some inputs.
Okay, so now I understand you very loud and clear. My sister, I already know. Unless you want to say something, would you like to say something? What do you expect? And how has meditation benefited you? Are you meditating?
Meditation benefit me. I was very big loss in my country, India, business. So mentally and physically, with the mental stress, physically, I feel every time down. But all kinds of things that luckily when I learned meditation from my sister, I listened all practice. My sister sent me to Chennai, but Vipassana retreat. I stayed there after 7 days retreat. And then after that I am much better, I am experienced later. Accordingly, we are doing. It's very good for the mental.
So I would like to try to simplify what meditation is for the benefit of sister who has never come across meditation before. Yeah, so I'm not sure what your levels are, but I know that sister has said that you're absolutely new to meditation. So this is what I would like to tell you. The Tibetan word meditation, gom. Gom actually means habituation. So it's not like a medication where it lulls you into complacency. It's not like that. It's not something that will make you so, so tranquil that you forget your responsibilities. No. It actually makes you very aware. So you're actually, there is an awareness in our mind. And that awareness is something that we're going to switch on. So because our awareness is very weak, our thoughts are a lot. So this is our thoughts, and this is our awareness at this moment in time. So when we do meditation, which means habituation to a meditation object, so then the thoughts will come down and the awareness will go up. Can you see how it changes place? Right? And that's habituation. So which means that the monkey mind that we have, that it needs something to do. So if you see a monkey jumping up and down, what do you do generally? That like the old saying says, give monkey a banana, right? Or you give a child a toy and the child will sit and play, right? You give the monkey a banana, the monkey will stop jumping, and the monkey will peel the banana and eat. At least for 2 minutes the monkey is still, right? What about us? What's your banana? What's your banana? Music? Exercise? Qigong? We must have some banana somewhere, right? So maybe some of us like to listen to some very light music. Some of us like to sit in the garden and look at the stars. So that is like a banana, right? But what if there are no stars? What if there's no music? What if you're in a condition where none of these externalities that you're used to are there? And then how will you maintain your balance? So the second part of understanding meditation is about balance. So now I told you that we are running to the past and going to the future. That itself is an imbalance. So the actual balance is just being here in the present moment. That's balance, right? Being sad, is it a balance? Right? Being greedy, what about contented? Is that a balance? Content. How do you know? We seem to know. We have the wisdom. We know, isn't it? Being greedy is imbalance. Being contented is balance. How do we know? Where does that wisdom come from? We just know. There is something inside here that doesn't grasp anymore. So now the third thing I want to talk to you is about grasping. So when we are greedy, we are latching onto something. And guess what? When we are sad, we are also latching onto something. So when we are anxious, we are latching onto something. And that something is called grasping. That thing is called grasping, clinging, right? So when you just let go, so which means that a person is content. Contentment means actually being present, just to be, without latching and clinging onto anything. That's contentment. Do you feel it? Can you feel it in your heart? Just the word contentment itself, to me, it brings out some kind of a relaxation feeling, content. And when I look at greed, I start to feel very anxious inside. Suddenly something inside me starts to curl up, starts to cling, and then the greed starts to become painful. It starts to give me painful feeling. And when you have painful feeling, you're not balanced. And when you have a overly happy feeling, do you think that somebody who is extremely happy and jumping about, extremely talkative, extremely happy, is that balance? But we like to think that happiness is when you are like the life of the party. The life of the party is somebody who's very happy, who can make everybody happy, but inside you never know that person is very miserable. And there have been people who have been so happy from the outside, the next day they're gone. They are gone. So how do we know whether we are balanced or not balanced? We know because we go inside. So meditation is about introspection. It's going back into the laboratory of our mind to see what is going on in the mind. So we are looking at our thoughts, we are looking at our feelings and the sensations in the body generally to understand what's going on inside. We are very good at judging other people as to what's going on in their minds. So that person is not nice. This person, so we gossip about other people, right? It's just quite nice. So we gossip about other people. What we are actually doing, we ourselves are losing the balance because we are going towards evil, right? We're going towards something which is not wholesome. And unwholesome things are imbalanced. So when we look at somebody else, we can see all their faults. And you know what? Can we actually see their mind? Other people? But how come we can see all their faults, but we can't see their mind, but we already know all their faults? And can we see our own minds? But yet we fail to acknowledge our faults, right? So this is why the only person who can meditate for your benefit is you, right? So that's why if anybody were to pick your faults out, you know yourself better. As long as you're happy and content with yourself, it doesn't matter what other people say. Why? Because people cannot go into your head and check what's inside your mind, Neither can people go into your brain, and change the wiring in your brain and say that, okay, you must act like this, you must act like this. No one can control your body, speech and mind. No one can control your thoughts, your actions and your speech. Only you can. So you have that power, and so that means that you have the power to balance yourself. So don't worry about what other people say. So now let's go into the inner universe. And there is a way to go into the inner universe, and that is to have an object of meditation. And the object of meditation is what we are going to habituate, familiarize ourselves with, for the purpose of balancing ourselves, not sad, not too happy, not too sad, no past, no future, like, dislike. We are temporarily putting all these things aside, because all these things are like muddy water, like you put sand inside the water. So if you put sand inside the water, then your mind will be all the time restless, right? So what do you do when you have a restless mind? You make it more restless by watching TV, you make it more restless by talking and gossiping about other people, or sharing your misery with other people for a few hours until that person's ears fall off, because they cannot stand to hear your complaining, right? So what is another way? Another way, where people can escape from your, from being an agony aunt for you, and then also, and we don't make ourselves more restless by indulging in other things that will make ourselves more miserable. So come back to yourself. Come back to yourself. And it is not a mystical path. It is very ordinary. Meditation is not extraordinary. It's the most ordinary thing that you can do. And it is not something which only mystics do, or monks do, or something, and you don't have to reach a very high state of meditation in order to actually get this benefit. I give you 5 minutes now, and you will get the benefit almost instantly, right? But you've got to do the hard work. Are you with me? Okay. So the first thing that we do is we are going to do breathing exercise. Okay. So breathing exercise is a prelude to the meditation that we are going to do. So every session in the 21 days that we are going to do, so we are going to do pranayama. So we pop back straight. We are back straight. Okay. Put a smile on our face. Shoulders must be relaxed. Okay. And then the sitting position. If you can't sit this way, or if you cannot sit on the floor, you can just sit on the chair. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. My sister also has a back problem, so you can sit on the chair. And if the chair is too soft, we can bring a harder chair for you. Okay? Yes. And then, so your hands must be, just do like this. Just relax, relax. So now, the meditation is not scary. And there's no right, there's no wrong. And there's nothing to expect. No right, no wrong. Okay? Okay. Left hand. Left nostril. Block your left nostril and breathe in. And breathe in, you tell yourself, I'm breathing in mentally. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. And then you block your right nostril with your ring finger and release through your left nostril. And you tell yourself, breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Shall we just observe me for a while? We just observe, I do one round, and then you get the idea. So you block your left nostril, and then you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in, and then you block your right nostril with your ring finger, and then you release through your left nostril. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, in, out. And then you put a smile on your face. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Can we do that? Okay, let's start. So this is pranayama. Okay. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. And then you block. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So then, right hand over your left in this position, and then put your hand on your thigh like this, on your, okay, rest your both arms on your thigh, back straight, and never forgetting the smile. So breathing in, you tell yourself, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Once again, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. So the awareness that I told you, we are trying to switch on the switch of awareness. Increase it bit by bit. How? You just focus at the tip of your nostril, and you just look at your breathing in and breathing out as if that you're a bank security guard, and people are coming in and out of the bank, and you're not missing a single person. So you're sitting down here, you're watching your breath go in and out. Your in breath, out breath. That's all you need to do. And then in your mind, you tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. If your thoughts have wandered to the past or have gone to the future, or you're clinging to something like pain, you like something, you don't like something, just let go and bring your mind back to your breath. Your awareness, bring it back slowly. Don't feel guilty, don't judge yourself. You can do it, just relax. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Okay. So now we will repeat. Okay? That was just the first round. So we are going to do this 3 times. Okay? But this time we do it shorter. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Okay, and then back again to this position. Body straight. Breathing in, both nostrils now. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Put a smile on your face, don't be too serious. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Okay, so now the third round. Before we go to the third round, I would like to tell you that your breath must be natural. Don't force. You don't have to worry whether it's a heavy breath, long breath, short breath, deep, slow, calm, or restless. Just don't worry. Your job is not to judge. Your job is just to observe. Can we do that? By being a good observer, you are increasing your awareness and you're reducing your thoughts. If you judge, the thoughts will be more than the awareness, then you lose the balance. So it's all about balance. So last round, breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing in. In this one, you can actually, if you look at your right hand, you can actually do it like this if you want to, and you feel better, feel more open. You could do like this, or you could just do like this. Entirely up to you. Yeah. So sorry to to disturb you. Shall we try again? Breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. Out. In. Out. Breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. Out. In. One more time. Breathing in. I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. Out. In. Out. Now, our right hand over our left hand. And this position, you're putting your two thumbs together. It's like you're sitting as a mountain. So you're unshakable as a mountain. Okay? Because you are very strong. It's just you don't know it. Yeah, you are. So breathing in, tell yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in with the best possible smile. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. And enjoy your breath. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. So if your mind has wandered to the past or has gone into the future, just gently bring your mind back, your awareness back to your breath. At the tip of your nostril, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. So feel that contentment, just feel, just feel that you are in the present moment. No past, no future, nothing to do, just relax. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. Okay. So we need to move on to the next pranayama technique. So this was to sort of like tone down your discursive thoughts. When you came in from outside, you drove here, try to find the directions, park your car, come in, so many things. So it's like the sand is still too much of sand inside, right? So now what you did with the pranayama is you finally put your bottle down. You relax. Okay, so then your mind is this clarity here. Can you tell me how you feel? Better than just clearer.
My mind wandered.
Yeah, that's okay because we are non-judgmental, right? So let it wander. It's the nature of the coarse mind, yeah, just to wander. But the actual nature of the mind is different. the gross one is to wonder, 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 wonder. So let it be. You knew, right? You wandered. You were not asleep, right? You're fully aware, right? That's where you want your awareness is slowly going up. So that's fantastic. Yeah. So now we do breath of fire. So breath of fire, I must tell you not to use your chest. Use your stomach. Okay? It's very important not to breathe out from your chest. You don't want to damage any ribs. Right? So you're going to breathe out from your diaphragm. So we are going to breathe in. Observe me. Breathe in. And then we are going to breathe out 10 times, but just observe first. Let me do the first round of demonstration. So if done right, it is an extremely relaxing technique, which will actually really ground you back to your body and really increase the awareness. But if done with then it could be a little bit challenging. The results could be challenging. So let's explore.
Okay,
Sure. So you see, when you breathe in, right? You breathe in a very deep breath, like you've never, that you have not had oxygen for 10 years. That kind of breath you breathe in, and then you breathe out. Ration your breath. 10 small out breaths. So this one will move. This one will move.
It's only out.
Yeah. Because you already have the breath in, the in breath, right? You breathe in so much. So now just 10 short breaths out, that's it. And just focus on here and then just let go. It doesn't matter. You will improve. You can only improve.
I don't get it from my background.
Okay. It's like the toilet. That pump, that black one. When your toilet is clogged, something like that. So it's like popcorn popping up. You get the hang of it slowly. Let's try one more time. So basically your breath, whatever that is deposited inside here is pushing out against the stomach wall. Rather than pushing from here, it's pushing out from the stomach wall. So which means that it is trying to come out from your system, but you said, hang on, don't be so in a rush. You come out slowly 10 times. That's how you tell your breath. Everything should be done in the stomach, not here. Okay, all right, yeah. So that's fine. We will practice. Yeah, but you know the technique. That's important. It's not important to get it right the first time. 10 times, 20 times is fine. So then, now we are going to do. I'm going to breathe in once and breathe out a very heavy breath once. So I'm going to do it 3 times. So just observe. So you can take out your tiredness in the form of audio, You could actually be quite audible about it. Yeah? Just not verbalize it, just make it like, it's okay, you can make sound. Yeah. So you just like the whole life's tiredness just came out in one breath. Can we do that? So the breath of fire, something came up in my mind when I laughed. Do you know when you laugh, do you laugh from here or you laugh from here? You laugh from here, right? So the breath of fire is exactly like laughing. Ha, 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 ha. You don't laugh from here. It's from here. Ho, 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 ho. Sorry, it's a little bit strange sounds, but I just wanted you to get the idea. Okay. So your laughter never comes up from here, isn't it? It always comes from here. And when you're sad, where does it go? When you're very sad, when you're crying, in Malay we call it menangis terisak-esak. Where does it go? Here, right? You can feel your stomach. So now you understand why we are doing the breathing exercise. We are actually trying to balance those negative energies that we have put into our system. So the pranayama is balance. You know this towel? Yes? White, black, balance, correct? Yeah. So we have white and we have black. Well, we have more black than we have white, right? So basically, it's not about having the black, keeping the black. Actually, we are trying to expunge the black as much as possible. So the balance in meditation practice means the lesser the black, the better it is, the negative energies. So what we have put in the form of sadness, worries, anger, hatred, you know, what else? What other negative emotion we have? Jealousy, then ego. Okay, so all these very intense emotions, whenever we are very angry, we are like, you know, completely like overtaken by just like rage, you know, sometimes, yeah. And then also when we're extremely like sad, you know, like we lose someone that we really love or what, it gets deposited inside here. And here there is a chakra. So the angry, you know, when you are angry, so the next time you come out of here, you go back and observe. Unless you want me to make you angry now, then you observe directly. So actually, so if I off the air conditioning, everybody will start getting angry, then you observe. So basically, when we are extremely angry, and especially when we are like, when somebody has done something, you know, great injustice towards us, and we are so helpless, the helpless kind of anger, and when people, you know, we feel that people are not cooperating, and then we are just like shouting to an empty wall, and people are not moving, people are not, you know, it's like you get so frustrated. Where it goes inside here. First and foremost, you can feel the pain. That's why later on you get stomach pain, then after that you get diarrhea, you get loose motion. Immediately after anger, you see your motion and see where you will be able to understand. You get loose motion after a very severe bout of anger. And if you're very sad, after a very severe bout of sadness, also you get loose motion. Do you notice that? Maybe next time you go back and notice. All these energies, if you haven't cleared it away, it's still here. It's here. The anger, the hatred, the jealousy, and right? Of course, there are other, you know, other negative emotions which directly affect here. Then you get palpitation, chest pain, etc. All these things are here, and this is especially related to going to the past and feeling very sad about relationship breakup. You know, or financial difficulty. Very worried about my future. It's not here, you know, it's here. The anger will straight away go here, the sadness. But the worries about the past and the future are deposited more or less inside here. You can feel. It's an experiential thing. You don't believe me, you don't have to believe me, because you're not here to believe me. You're here just to take instructions, not to believe me, but to go back into the laboratory of your mind and then experiment and then see whether, in the light of your own experience, whether what I'm saying is true or not. And what if what I'm saying is not true, then you don't need to follow. But if you think that what I'm saying is true, then you want to know more, then you come back again one more time, check, right? So that's meditation. You don't You are the boss. No one can tell you what is best for you. You are the boss. Isn't it nice? You're the boss. So good, isn't it? Yeah. But then again, we like to be the boss over other people. Other people. We like to be bossy over others. But you know, we never take agency and responsibility for our own self. Yeah. Others will do that for us, right? So now you understand how to do pranayama. Pranayama is balancing all your chi. Chi is your life force energy, your pran, right? Your life force energy, because when you have negative emotions, then your life force energy fades, you know. When you become old, you become dark, you become miserable, you become sick, you start to shrink, you know. These kinds of manifestation, your body suffers. Okay, very important, let me tell you now, that our mind and body is connected, right? And in between that, let's just understand that there is some sort of astral body. And when you get angry, when all the negative emotions are like seeds, you know, imprints. So that negative emotions are like imprints, and it just gets stuck onto our mind. And our mind, that it translates into the astral body. From that astral body, the aura, the auric field we call it, it manifests as illnesses in our body. So in the Tibetan tradition, the Tibetan medicine says that our mental poisons, which we have three in Buddhism, ignorance is the root of all the foolishness that we have. We are quite ignorant about the way our mind works. Just for now, understand that much. We are ignorant about the way our mind works, the way we are living in this world, the reality of the world. We have no idea that we are going around every day creating a lot of negativity. If we had idea, we won't create those negativities. So in that way, we are ignorant. So that ignorance then creates this I. You know, we think that we truly exist. So if we think we truly exist, then we have this my. So then becomes greed. And when you have greed, when you don't get what you want, you get angry. So that's where the three poisons of ignorance, attachment, which is the greed, and the anger, they are the three main poisons. And from Tibetan medicine, the three main poisons actually are the root causes of the poisoning of our body, which means that the mind can directly poison your body. Can you see that? So what you think is what you get, and you are what you eat, right? They say. Actually, you are what you think. So
sometimes we cannot control our mind.
So that's why you have to do meditation. So you're here not to tell me in the next session that you can't control. You are here in order to learn how to control. It won't take 1 day, 2 days, but sooner or later you will get back that control. That remote control is far away, right? Actually, it belongs to you. But you think that it belongs to somebody else. So you let your ignorance pull the string for you. The ignorance is there, waiting for you to make a mistake. She's going into greed. Yes, very good. Let her lah. Then, you know, so she's becoming angry. Good. Let it be, because then, you know, the emotions, the negative emotions, the more it thrives, then the samsara will thrive. It will never end. And that's what ignorance wants. It just loves it when you're ignorant. So now you know it's there. Hello, I see you, ignorance. And guess what? Now I'm practicing pranayama. I'm balancing my chi. And when you balance your chi, after that, what happens is that your mind becomes very clear, for like 50% clear. Then you can start doing your awareness breathing meditation. Okay? So it's very important to clear the rubbish. It's like every day, do you sweep your house?
Yes.
Right? What happens if 1 week you don't sweep? So, okay, so now let me ask you something. How often you do meditation? Never?
When
Never?
free time only. But don't know when is the free time.
So the free time can come after 1 year, and some of us have never meditated before, which means that our mental house is full of dirt. So you clean, you can't stand it when when there's dirt in your house. One day you don't clean, you can't take it anymore.
Like
But how is it that we are walking around with the dirt in our minds the whole life we didn't clean it? How is it even possible? I'm baffled. Yeah, because I'm the same. We are all the same. So we all take care of our external, our body. We wash our body, we clean our house, or we forget to clean our mind. Chinese New Year come, we go and clean our house and everything, you know, very nice spring cleaning, Deepawali, spring cleaning, but nobody says, you know, that, that we have to clean our mind. You know, we were not taught this in school. We are not taught this, you know, by society. So where to learn? Who is going to teach us? So now you get the opportunity to learn that you must do housekeeping, because if, let's say, your house you don't clean for your whole life, the house will be completely dilapidated, isn't it? It will be completely torn down, broken down to bits and pieces with all the termites and all. There'll be nothing left. And I'm quite surprised that we actually still are moving around with that, you know. But anyway, the cobwebs. But anyway, now we know. Yeah, so it was just good fun. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't. I'm just the same as you are. So there's no specialty in me whatsoever. Yeah. So can you see the irony of it, that we don't meditate, and that is the most important thing to do. And every day is like housekeeping. Every day we do meditation, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. It's like sweeping the house in the morning, and then coming back time also maybe a bit. If you want to sweep, you can sweep and clean the house, you know, something like that. So morning 10 minutes, evening 10 minutes, then today's dirt is cleared. Can you imagine if today you don't clean your dirt, then tomorrow's dirt will come on top. Today's dirt, then the day after tomorrow's mental dirt will come. So now do you understand why we all have issues, mental health issues? Because we didn't clean it away. So the more you pile it up, the harder to clean. So how to help? Do pranayama. Every day clean a little bit. 5 minutes of morning pranayama, 5 minutes of evening pranayama. Take out the negative chi, because all these imprints of sadness, anger and all is going to make us get very terrifying diseases like cancer and all. It's very frightening. So we must clean. Actually doing meditation helps our bodies. Of course it helps our mind first and foremost, but ultimately it actually helps our bodies. A lot of the diseases that we have actually can be mitigated through meditation, and even if you already have a disease, it can be managed by meditation. And in very, very good meditators, the cases where meditators are extremely, you know, diligent, they actually can get cured. But I wouldn't profess it now. It depends very on the person. Yeah. So, so now you understand the benefit of meditation, and it's such a simple thing. What is so difficult about meditation is just that we don't do it. That's all. That is the only difficult thing. I can't think of any other thing that makes meditation difficult, other than the fact that we don't do it. Strange.
Because our body maybe used to it, move around, cannot sit.
Yeah. So that's
And
why.
so many attraction on
That is-
phone,
yes.
especially.
Exactly. So now let me take you to one more important point. We are always, you know, grasping at the five senses: the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, body, sensations. That means we like good sound, good taste, good smell, good touch, everything, good sight, good, you know, everything. Look at TV, beautiful music, beautiful smell, you know, beautiful touch and everything. Massage, oh, so good. It's like, you know, all this, you know, external, stimuli. And also for our mind, we like intellectual things, you know, something just to make ourselves very occupied in the mind, right? So that's called projecting outwards. Meditation is exactly the opposite. So instead of everybody going towards, outwards, so the meditator will go back inwards. So which means that you're swimming against the stream of the world. So that's why people don't do it. How are you going to swim against the current? Usually from the mountain, the water goes down into the sea, isn't it? You don't go and swim upwards, isn't it? But guess what? Meditation doesn't drown with others and go into the sea. When you practice meditation, you'll be saved from drowning in the sea. Which means that you have to learn how to go and swim backwards towards the mountain, because we are a mountain. Ultimately, that's it, right? So every day, Facebook, TikTok, Korean movie, whatever lah, you know. What else? So many things. Me, roti canai. I have my nasi lemak indulgence, you know. Everything lah. Everybody has got something, right? It's just a matter of being mindful about how much you're actually drowning inside at the beginning. We need to eat, but we don't need to be greedy, right? That's the thing. It's all balance. If you say don't need to eat, also out of balance. Then you say eat too much, also out of balance. So learn how to balance. Life is about balance. Look at nature, how balanced it is. So if I ask all of you to just go to nature for 10 minutes and just sit down there under the tree, the coconut tree in my house. The coconut tree already knows balance. It's just we who don't know balance. So you just sit. You're coming from your farm. You just have to sit under the tree. You don't need to meditate. Also, they will automatically make you balance. Even though you don't know the technique, nature knows how to balance you. But what if nature is not there? What if you're in office, or shopping mall, where in the hospital? You can't bring the coconut tree to you, right? So what are you going to do? So you need to empower yourself with the art of meditation. Right? So now let's start. How did you feel after doing those pranayama? First, before we go into actual 15 minutes, 10.
A little bit tired now, a little bit sleepy.
But
overall
when you
feel
were
like,
doing that thing,
yeah,
it was good.
yeah, I feel like inside, although I feel sleepy, but I feel like the whole
Okay.
body very relaxed.
Very good. Yeah. So
I feel better. I was fully aware of my breathing. Before coming here, I kept telling her I'm really sleepy, right? But I'm fully awake. I had a very, very long and tiring day yesterday. Very little sleep. So actually, I was quite reluctant to come, but then I decided to come, and I'm quite surprised that I can be so attentive to you.
I'm glad. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes. So let us now start this session with a perfectly still and quiet 10 minutes, right? And I will guide you. Okay? And then after that, you keep quiet until I tell you to open your eyes. Okay? So now, relax again your body. Put a smile on your face. So it's all about enjoying your breath, right? So the breath, you're born with the breath, and you will die with your breath. So breath is with you. It's just a matter of whether you notice it or not. So now we are teaching you how to habituate yourself with the breath, because that is the link between your mind and your body. The gateway to your inner universe is the breath. So now let's ride on to the breath so that we can go into our inner universe and rest and try to find our balance, reclaim our mental balance. Yeah. Okay. So put a smile on your face, your back straight. Okay. Yeah, and then if you feel uncomfortable, you can always change your sitting position. You don't have to suffer. Meditation is not to suffer. Okay, so breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. You don't have to follow my pace. You can have your own pace, but breathe naturally. Don't stop your breathing. Don't control it. Don't suppress it. Just relax and enjoy the breathing. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. So observe your breath at the tip of your nostril. If you feel sleepy, you can twitch your toes, drink water, yeah, or just watch your sleep. It will eventually disappear. Right? So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. In, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. If your thoughts have gone to the past or you're in the future, so gently bring your mind back to your breath, your awareness. If it has run away, has become weakened, if your awareness has latched onto your thoughts and has gone for a trip to the past, or is carrying its suitcase to the future, gently bring your mind back to the breath and enjoy your breath by telling yourself, breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, out. So try to maintain your awareness on the tip of your nostril. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. You just know. Without the words also, you just know you're breathing in. You just know. You have that innate awareness. So breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. So just continue, and I will sing a song of mindfulness for you. In, out, deep, slow, calm, ease, smile, release, present, moment, wonderful moment. Indeed, the present moment, free from the past, free from future, free from likes and dislikes. Present moment is the truly moment where you're aware, where you're actually living the most precious moment, where you're truly alive. Otherwise, we are like corpses walking, completely unaware. Breathe in, out, in, out. If your mind has wandered to the past, gently bring it back to your breath. Don't force it. Gently, very gentle. Don't be sad, don't be angry, don't judge. It's normal. Just do your best and bring it back. No stress. Let go of any expectation. And you don't need to be a best meditator. There's no grading. You just are your own. You don't compare with anyone. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower. I am fresh as the dew. I am solid as a mountain. I am firm as the earth. I am free. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. freedom from grasping, freedom from wanting, freedom from dwelling in the past, freedom from rushing to the future. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. We rest in the present moment. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but I don't need to hurry. At this moment, simply be with your breath. Nowhere to go, nothing to do except watch your breath. The urge of wanting to stand up, wanting to grasp at something you hear, some smell, some memory, some work, some place, some mental object. The desire is so great you can feel. Your mind is struggling. Your mind wants to go and grasp at all these things that are outside of you. The foolish mind, the monkey mind, the ignorant mind wants to go out into the world and tire ourselves out again and again. It doesn't allow you to sit still for 2 minutes, to go back to your inner universe where you can truly rest. Rest in peace. Why wait to die to rest in peace? At this moment, I'm resting in peace and I'm very much alive. So don't wait to die to rest in peace. Rest in the spacious, vast spaciousness of your mind. Rest while you're alive. Heal your body. Heal your mind. Heal yourself from all the pain, anger, suffering. Heal through your breath. Your breath is the one, the medicine that heals all the past wounds and all expectations of the future, because it grounds you in the present moment. There's no past, no future. The past is gone. The future has not yet come. You can't change the past. You can't do anything. And you can't go into the future. There is no time tunnel. So the best option, the most relaxing and natural option is to remain in the present and live moment to moment, fully alive. Many disturbances outside. Whatever they are, gently bring your mind back to your breath. More than outside, the disturbance will come from inside your mind. You want some good memory. You want some food. You feel tired. You feel sleepy. Your legs start to ache. Your body starts to ache. All sorts of things will crop up. Things that were never there before you can suddenly feel. Your mind is constantly telling you to stop. I want to get up. I don't want to meditate. Don't worry, it's just a chattering mind. The mind just talks endlessly. Leave it, let go. But be aware of the mind's desire for you to get up and do something, to chase after the past, to grasp onto something, or to chase after the future. The mind is always ready. Moment to moment it's there, waiting to attack you from all directions. Just ignore them all. Don't pay attention. Leave it. Just rest. You need the rest. You have run enough. Now it's time to just rest and heal. Present moment. Wonderful moment. You have gone to sleep. Maybe you can drink some water. Put your back straight up again. Observe your sleep. Where is it coming from? Focus your mind on the tip of your nostril. Breathing in, you're aware that you're breathing in. Breathing out, you're aware that you're breathing out. If your mind has wandered to the past, or has gone to the future, or is grasping at things that you like, or pushing away things you don't like, just let go and concentrate only on your breath, to the exclusion of everything else. drop the rest and focus on your breath. Nothing else. And enjoy each breath as if you've never breathed before. Fully be aware of the beauty of the breath. How enriching, how healing, how powerful. Once the breath stops, that's it, we go. So the breath is always with us. How kind. We must take notice of the breath. Thank the breath. Have gratitude for the breath. Make the breath our support and our best friend. In times of need, in times of stress, in times of hurt, in times of extreme negative emotions, anger, hatred, fear, jealousy. We come back to our breath, like coming back home. Our breath is home. It brings us back to our real home, our inner home. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. In, out, in, gently open your eyes. So we will take our rub our palms against each other, and then you can put the heat on your eyes, your face. Okay. Any questions? Yes. You feel numbness. Okay. When you feel numbness, you can actually do some back exercises like this. Okay. So usually what I do is, like, before I start my meditation, I will do some like stretching exercises so that it doesn't happen. Because if you feel that it happens because you have a back condition, then you can actually change your position, and then yeah. So because it's when you have stress in the neck, it means that you're over concentrating, and you've become like a bit tight, right? So it's like you see the musical instruments inside there. I like a guitar. Visualize a guitar. What will happen if the guitar's strings are very tight? It gives an odd sound, like, it's like very tight, right? Something can, and if it's too tight, and if you play it, it can break. And what happens if the guitar strings are too loose? It gives you an awful low sound, right? So loose, you're going into sleep. Tight, that means you're struggling to look at that meditation object up. Tight. Jam. So balance. So it's fine. Sleeping is not to say entirely okay. Initially, for beginners, you will fall asleep. It's very normal. And for beginners, you will have all these aches and pains because you're trying. You are trying to find your balance. So sooner or later, you will know how to find your balance by not clinging too tightly to the object of meditation. Just relax and enjoy the breath. If you relax, loosen your body like this, and relax and enjoy your breath. If you think that this is very painful and can create stress, stretch out your arms and do like this. So that means you're releasing instead of, maybe some people maybe are not very accustomed to sitting like this. It can create more tension, right? So then you sit like this, yeah, and just let go. This one is more relaxing. Do you think? Feels like it's like less burden, less strain here. Yeah. So you will have the tendency to fall asleep, and you will have the tendency to get aches and pains and stress. We call it some kind of samadhi headaches, where you're very focused, and that's a reflection of how you are in your daily life. Very focused, perfectionist, clean, which is fine. But in meditation, we must balance. It's okay to let go. In fact, you must let go. In daily life, you need to be what you need to be. But in meditation, you don't need to be what you always are. Just relax. Yeah, that's where you come back to your true self. Outside, you project something else because it's a necessity. That's your role, your social role, your professional role. You are different. But inside, you are different. And you don't need to, take that strain and stress and bring it inside you. Inside you, you just let go. So that's why I say enjoy the breath. Did I answer your question? Okay, yeah. Any other question?
I think I have one of the most common questions for meditation, especially for beginners, which may have been partially answered by yourself just now. Is it one of the
good question. It is actually okay to change your position when you really feel that you're in pain and you think that it's going to cause you a lot of problem, or when your leg starts to become numb, you can actually change positions. Make yourself comfortable. The bottom line is, don't torture yourself. Make yourself comfortable, and once you are in the position that you feel good, then don't move too much. Yeah, you're not meant to be a robot and just be like a wood. No, that's not what it is. So stifling. We already are like this in daily life. So when we come to meditation, we are just ourselves. We just enjoy being with our childlike self. We are children inside. We never grew up. And one of the reasons why we are children inside is because that's our nature is very beautiful. Our nature is carefree. Our nature is a happy nature. It's not a sad, angry one. And children are always more or less very happy. So that's why we're childlike. Come back. Rediscover your childhood inside. So you're welcome. So don't make things so, how to say, so rigid. Yeah, so this is like not a rite or ritual. Meditation is not a ritual. Meditation is a journey of exploration inside. So it's far away from rituals and right and wrong. It's about balance. It's about finding your balance. Any question? Only if you have, or if you have anything to share.
Maybe I'll share a question. Like the movement you asked us to enjoy the day. See, we do it again. Up to one time is feel very peaceful until I see ping and people in order is what I just realized and enjoy. And after that I feel sleepy. And I go back to my future. I got so many words to check.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm sleeping. I enjoy again.
But you are aware. You know, isn't it, what's going on in your mind?
Yes, but I aware I'm asleep. But when I
Amazing.
I feel horrible when I sleep also, so many words not yet done to
That's
do.
amazing, yeah? The amazing thing is that you were aware that you're asleep. Half of the people who meditate, the beginners, they're not aware that they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're aware, it's already very good. A sign that your awareness is higher than your thoughts. So
And what happened, I feel that so many words to do my future.
that's normal. So it's just that you are aware. So now you're undergoing training to increase your awareness, right? So, and also to not to be too overwhelmed by the future and overwhelmed by the past. So when these kinds of thoughts come, oh my goodness, the future, I've got so much work to do. I myself have a lot of work to do. I have to grade my students' work. Tomorrow got one deadline, yeah.
Oh.
So anyway.
Always deadline.
Yeah, but then again, the deadline is after the meditation session. You do your best. But during the meditation session, you set your time. If it is half an hour, or if it is 15 minutes, or if it is 1 hour, at that time it's your time. No one should steal the time away from you. Off your mobile phone, or put it in silent mode. Don't put it in vibration. Just silent it. Concentrate that 1 hour for yourself. We're always giving to others. Yes, but what we don't have, we cannot give to others.
But isn't easy the monkey always run here and there,
Yeah,
without the guidance
so
of teachers.
beginning, it will always run. You see, most people who have not meditated in their lives, they have no issue about their mind running here and there. How many of you have seen people who have never meditated before and you say, oh, my mind is very monkey mind? No one would say that. Because they don't even know. Yeah, they think they are, because they are not aware. So that is the ignorance. So the ignorance will block yourself from even trying to question whether your mind, just trying to see the nature of your mind, right? But once you come into the real meditation, now you start asking the right questions. And why my mind goes to the past, my mind goes to the future, I already told you it will. And it does. And that's what we do. That's where we are fettered, right? But other people, they have no issue at all. They're just going through the motions like in automatic mode. So that's why they create so much suffering for themselves, and they pile up the dirt until one day they go berserk. Right? So now you just know, I see the future, but I can't do anything about it. This is my meditation time, let go. And the past, also let go. And just try to stay in the present moment. If I sleep, just say that my body is rebalancing. It's fine. I'm tired. Yes, I am tired. You're tired. So many, so much activities yesterday, right? And today also you were in your farm, right? And you also you have to drive, I don't know, mother drove or daughter drove, I'm not sure who drove. But driving itself is also very tiring. And then when you come here, naturally your body wants to rest, right? And guess what? That is bodily rest, But the mind needs to rest also. So once the mind starts to rest, then the body supports the mind by going to sleep. The body is getting the signal from your mind that I'm relaxed. And that's a very good sign. Don't judge yourself. Because how often do you actually really get that very good sleep you get during meditation? That really good sleep. Even if it is just for 1 minute also, that sleep was like worth 1 hour. That's because your body really needed it. And here there's nobody to tell you don't sleep. Nobody is going to tell you to wake up. Nobody is going to hit you. Nobody is going to judge you except yourself. And you shouldn't do it either. Right? So meditation, just let it be. But just to make it a habit that each time you come to meditation, you sleep. Right? Otherwise, then you will be an expert in sleeping meditation. Right? So just be aware that my body is just sort of like rebalancing, trying to get its settled down from restlessness to peace, like that. So you will fall asleep. It's normal. But next time, work on it a little bit more so that you don't. So in your own home also, if like 20 minutes meditation, 15 minutes you're sleeping, something wrong somewhere. Maybe 1 minute you sleep off, 1 second, 20 seconds you sleep off, that's normal. You just bring it back. And it's a continuous training, daily. So each day you do your meditation, you do your pranayama. Pranayama will help you to, to sort of like mitigate the sleep. So if you are sleeping, you feel very sleepy, why don't you can like blink your eyes. You can do this one here, like this, right? Yeah. Like for those of you who got aches and pains, you could do like this, right? And then you go opposite direction. And then you're achy, and then like this. Yeah. And then when you do, you also be aware. Your mind must be in the present moment all the time. So when you are moving your body, your mind is concentrated on your breath. Can you feel that? Yeah. And then up, down, right, up, and left. So where is your mind at that moment? Your mind must be on your breath, right? So that's how you train. So every single thing you do now. So from now onwards, so the takeaway from today's meditation is that whatever that you do, whether standing, sleeping, walking, washing your plates, whatever that you do, driving, sweeping the floor, doing your gardening, washing toilet, everything you do it with the breath. 1 stroke of the toilet brush, breathing in. Very smelly also.
3 hours in the toilet.
You clean the toilet, smelly also. I'm aware that I'm breathing. And then you sweep your garden leaves also. So I just want to tell you one story of, it's a very important Buddhist story also. There was once a monk, right, during the time of the Buddha, who was not, an intellectual. There were 2 brothers. One brother was an intellectual, very clever. He can learn everything very fast. He was an excellent meditator. Everything he learned perfect. And then the other brother was very dull, very weak intellect. And, people thought that he was completely hopeless. So he could not get any of the jobs like intellectual ones, like leading the chanting or teaching meditation, because he was just dull. So then the elder brother said, since you're so dull, it's pointless for you to stay in the monastery, why don't you just go home? So then, but he really loved the monastic life. Then he was very sad. then after that, I think he approached the Buddha, and then he asked the Buddha, my brother said that I must leave the monastery, so what should I do? Should I leave? Then the Buddha said, never mind, no need to leave. You see the broom over there? You take the broom, every day you say, sweep leaves, Yeah. So it's like sweep the defilements. So it's like when you sweep the leaves, so you're sweeping the defilements. Something like that, sweeping the defilements, yeah. Yes, please. So by sweeping mindfully, he breathed in, he's sweeping the defilements. He breathed out, sweeping the defilements. Breathing in, defilement. Breathing out, defilement. Out, 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 out. He did it, he became one with the broom. Just like how at some point in time you will become one with your breath. There is no separation between the mind and the body. The breath, mind and body become coherent, become one. There's no duality, and that's where you are fully in the present moment, and everything else seems to not matter anymore. No past, no future. You're in complete state of balance and peace. And the monk became that complete state of balance and peace. And after many times, few months, years, he became enlightened just by sweeping. Because in that sweeping, breathing in, I'm aware, and breathing in, breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. He was completely doing meditation in everything, washing plate, going to toilet, eating, sleeping. And he didn't have a chatterbox mind because he was down. So we are very intelligent beings, right? So we are overly intelligent for our own good, so then we like to question this and that, which is fine. But during meditation, that must stop. Just let go for a while. Yeah, let go for a while. So he was naturally already in the let go state because nothing much. So sweep here, sweep there, then let defilements go. So then he became enlightened. So then everything you do, driving, sitting, sleeping, even when talking to each other, also don't talk too much, and not too silent all the time, not too much talking. Somewhere in the middle, everything must go the middle way. So the Buddha's teaching is about the middle way, and the middle way is a way of balance. The nature is already in the state of balance. Are we balanced? When are we going to be balanced? The monk who became enlightened, he found his balance. So when will we find our balance? Any other questions before we end the meditation session today?
I have a broad question which, if we don't have the time, we could explore in later weeks.
You can ask if you would like to.
Okay, basically.
Do you have time? 5 minutes? Yeah, sure.
When you said all of us have I came into realization about something when we have the banana to feed the monkey in our mind. So I've been thinking about the things that I like, even if, for example, novels that I read or even light music is a way for me to find balance. But if that is taken away from me, that is like, I don't know if that is an escape from reality rather than confronting reality.
Yeah, it's a very good question, very profound. Yeah. Okay. So basically, we have a lot of things that we indulge in, which are actually good things. Yeah, like like reading is a good thing. It broadens your horizons. Yeah. So if you are listening to music, it's also depends on what kind of music. Yeah. So if the music is not too damaging for your mind, it's tranquil and induces peace in you, by all means listen to the music, right? Don't stifle yourself just because you have an ideal when you learn meditation. So meditation session, we don't have music, we don't have books, because we want this mental chatter to stop. Otherwise the mind is always like this, always like this. So once we put this down, putting this down means letting go. So we let go. So once we let go, our thoughts will subside. Once our thoughts subside, then we can actually really see our mind for what it really is. Otherwise, we are just being blown by the wind of past and future, like and dislike. Once the thoughts settle down, we come to a state of where we are single-pointed concentration. Then we become one with the mental object, with the object, the breath, And then after that, then we can really clearly see the nature of reality. We can see that things are impermanent. We can see that many things that we do are conducive to suffering. Right? We can see the nature of our own existence. But with a mind like this, we can never see. And that's where the ignorance doesn't want you to see. So if you read the books and everything, that is in your own time outside of meditation, that is fine. But once you come into meditation, we drop all kind of active thinking. That means conceptual thoughts, we just leave it. Because we do so much 24 hours with the conceptual thoughts. Meditation time, no conceptual thoughts. But it doesn't mean that you're going to block your thoughts. Meditation is not blocking the thoughts, it's not suppressing the thoughts, it's not chasing after the thoughts, and it's not latching onto the thoughts. It's just looking at the thoughts as an observer. Just let it, like you're watching TV. You're not going inside the TV and riding the horse in the TV, right? You're not, if there's a Maggi mee inside the TV, you're not going and eating you're not, you know that you're observing, you're just an observer. But why is it that during meditation we become the thoughts? We go into the past and then we start eating the Maggi mee of the past. We go to the future, we start carrying all the burden of the office. We are already acting, we are inside and fully playing the role. But how come we don't do that when we are watching TV? Strange, isn't it? So when we are watching TV, we know we are an observer. So during meditation, you must know that you're just an observer. So you're not going to be involved. Don't follow, don't cling, don't push, don't suppress, no control. The more you control your thoughts, the more thoughts come. Right? So your job is not to control. You're not the master controller here. You're just an observer. Every day, whatever we do in life, we are controlling. And that's called grasping. 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 Meditation means we stop controlling, we let go. So when we don't have that control anymore, so then our body don't know what to do, then the pain will come, the sleepiness will come, because you're not familiar. You don't know how to sit still. Don't know how to see the mind. So we don't know how to respond to the fact that we have to sit for half an hour, watching our breath. It gets a little bit like it's unfamiliar territory. We don't know what to do. Then we start looking for things. The mind automatically will start, whether we want to or not, it will start going to the past, going to the future, liking this, liking that. The desire you can feel, if you're really observant, you can feel that there's a desire inside yourself to actually want to do anything but meditate. You feel like sometimes you feel so strong that the legs start to move and you want to walk out of the meditation hall already. Until that it happens to me. Like you feel like you just want to go away. Anything but here. So don't fall victim to all this deception. So just observe. Just like the TV is not real. Is it real? And how many of you really believe that the Marlboro man or whoever who smokes there, then there's a real smoke inside the TV, then you go and check the TV got smoke or not? No, right? You know that whatever is inside the TV is just, it's not true, it's false, right? So I did tell you one story. Venerable Sonamla, my teacher from Bhutan, her grandmother, when TV was introduced in Bhutan for the first time in 1999, there was somebody smoking in the TV, and then the grandmother could smell the smoke. She said, it's very smelly, tell the person to stop smoking. Then after that, she was going and checking also, where is the smoke in the TV? Where is that person in the TV? Because she really thought that the TV is real, because she was already about 18, 19. She doesn't get the concept of TV. And we also don't get the concept of our mind. We think that it is real. So we start to find, where's the past, where's the future, where's the Maggi mee, where is this mamak mee, where is the nasi lemak, and all. We indulge because we think it's real. But if we just try to understand it in the way that TV is false, whatever that is projecting on the screen of our mind is also false. There's no reality to it. And therefore, when it comes, it will go off. When it comes, it will go. It will just disappear. You just have to watch it. And then we become very wise. Then we know at some point in time that we have been deceived. So then we no longer, the power of clinging to the past becomes less. Once we know that it's just false. It's just a mental projection because the past doesn't exist anymore. And the future doesn't exist yet. Because the only true existence is in the present moment. But we don't know this. Other people outside there who meditate think that the future and the past are real. But once you come into meditation, you will understand that the past and future are not real. The like and dislike are not real. The one who is sitting here itself is not real. So what is reality? That one you have to find out when your clinging stops, when your mind becomes so clear and so still, there's no shaking. Sooner or later you will understand your reality. But for now, let's not worry about reality. Let's worry about how to handle our mental balance. So lessen the grasping, and next time you get upset, do the pranayama. Next time you get overwhelmed by emotion, do pranayama. Do the meditation. Don't worry about it. Learn how to let go. And then the intensity of that outside stimuli will become lesser and lesser. And your reaction to the outside stimuli becomes lesser and lesser. That's all we want now. That's more than enough for now. Any other question before we end the session? Did you get the essence of meditation, at least a glimpse today? There are many more techniques to learn, but that will be a subject for next week and the week after next and the next 21 weeks to come. Any questions? Every Sunday, 4:30 to 6.
Continue 21 week or 21 day?
21 weeks, 21 Sundays.
Including Chinese New Year?
That one, no.
Oh. Okay.
No, Chinese New Year, no.
Can I bring someone in between?
You can bring anyone in between because every session is a standalone session. Yeah, so we design it in that way that you just come, you learn something new, and then after that but you can actually show them the video so that they get the basics from the first session, the video. Today's session, I think, was very important, and it revealed a lot of information regarding what meditation is, how the mind works. Okay, so we do a very short dedication of merits. Sunam diye tamje zepanye tobne ni peta nam pamje ne ke ga na che bala trupa ye zepe zole do wa re sho jampe pa ho jetara ke pada kuntu zampo de yang de shin de da kge je so da lo jin ke wa de da tamje rab tu ho de so je pe ke wa tamje ki Ngowa ganla joto ngapa di tagi kewe tawa di kunjan zampo juje rabdu ngowa regi kewa kutu yanda lama danda meju ke pala lo juji sada namji yunten rabzo ne doje changi ko fanyu to sho sange ko sonye pe jinla dang chunyi minjuru den pe jinla dang ge den mi che du pe jinla ki jitara ngowa mon lan ru pa re sho pa den sa ve lama Rinpoche tagi che bo pe me de shula Kadrin chen po gune jesu te kusung to ge ngudu sa do su apade la me na para tharpa la ke je samya lokta mi ke ji chize le para thombe me ge la me je na se na jo pare sho lama ku kanzang la solva de jodo ku che ring la solva de trile da shin ge la solva de lama dan da wa me pa jinge lo cha se wa dan che je sha pa dan je so ye ran ku shin so wa ye ge wa che ze ta ge ji sa pa tham che zo pe cha chu je ngo wo jan ju sim cho Rinpoche ma ke pa nam ke ju je ke pa nya pa me pa yang go ne go do pe wa re shu Tonye tawa Rinpoche ma ke pa nam ke jure je ke pa nyam pa me pa yang go ne gondo pe wa re jo rimye tawa Rinpoche ma ke pa nam ke jure je ke pa nyam pa me pa yang go ne gondo pe wa re sho. We dedicate this marriage to all living beings that they may be able to recognize that they have ignorance and hatred and attachment, and may they be able to purify it through the meditation. And because of that, may they become free from the cycle of samsara, the vicious cycle of birth, old age, sickness, and death, and overcome all their worldly issues, mental health issues, and afflictive emotions. avoid evil, do good, purify the mind. This is the teaching of all the enlightened ones. Thank you very much. And I just wanted to let you know that the songs that I sang just now, I must give credit back to my teacher, Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, who is, of course, now no longer in this world, but he's, what they call that, Plum Village. I am one of his students from his meditation retreats in the past, and I learned extensively. So, and many other teachers have also taught, like Paul Sayadaw and Ajahn Buddhadasa Bhikkhu's students, like Mechi Ari, and many others who have given me so many teachings on meditation, shamatha, vipassana, and Ayya Rinpoche, Sonya Rinpoche, Dzogchen teachings. So, so I must really tell you that none of these instructions comes from me. It comes from the Buddha to my precious teachers. So I just want to thank and give credit back to my teachers. They are the ones whose blessings today we actually have received.